Hey guys, so today I'm going to be doing this Get Ready With Me. It is a super simple and quick makeup look, just if you run out of time and you're going somewhere and you just want to kind of look like you've done something. This is the perfect look, so I hope you enjoyed. I tried to use old drugstore and inexpensive products, so it's easily and affordably recreated. So I hope you enjoyed today's tutorial and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!
So starting off the look, I'm using my Garnier Roll-On Anti-Dark Eye Circles. This is in the 01 light colour. I really like this. When you put it on, it has kind of like a scent that makes my eyes water, or just, I don't know if it's the chemicals in it, but you do get a little bit water-eyed. You can actually see me squinting slightly in this clip. But yeah, so just be really careful when you're applying this. Try not to get it too close to your eyelids. As you can see, I've kind of left a little bit of leeway, and then I just let that soak in for like maybe a minute, 2 minutes, because then you get the really good consistency and it gets a little bit tackier. So when you blend it, it works a lot better. And then if you just seal it in with the Maybelline loose powder, which I'll show you in just a second, and a beauty blender, I find that's the best way to apply that product and have it last all day. And then I'm also using the Face of Australia Mineral Therapy Illuminator in Angel Glow. I like this one for contouring, but definitely be really careful when using it because it's really potent. And I'm just applying it to my eyelids as well as an eyelid base. I don't always use a kind of eyeshadow primer or anything like that. If I want the eyeshadows to last all day, or it's really hot, or I'm going for a night out, then I will definitely use an eyelid primer. But for really kind of casual light colours, I tend to just stick more with what's the best way, basic products, without kind of piling on too much, because I don't want it to come across as cakey, especially for every day. And then when you're in the sunlight, you can see like the powders and stuff that you're wearing. I don't know if that's just me or if anyone else finds that. If anyone else has that kind of like opinion, then let me know. But yeah, so I just try to keep it quite minimal when I'm applying kind of like weekend makeup, especially for the day. For the night, I go all out. But so then I'm just sealing it in with my Rimmel Lasting Finish 25-hour powder. Here I'm just putting on a song. So lately I've been listening to, it's The Indian Wolf by Jay Summers. It was actually in the Triple J Hottest 100. That's when I first picked it up, and I just love the song. I think it's really unique, different. Yeah, if you're after a new song to listen to, definitely check it out. It's just a very kind of cool breeze song, especially for like summer playlists and spring and getting excited for like breaks and stuff. I think it's cool. And then I'm applying my L'Oreal True Match foundation. This is just one of my foolproof foundations. I always resort to it just because it gives me a really nice flawless finish. It's never too cakey or anything. It dries to a really nice kind of like airbrushed finish. And yeah, I just feel like I'm just blabbering on about random things. But so yeah, I'm just applying it with my foundation brush. So I use the Sigma Foundation F60 brush. And then here I'm using my Coastal Scents 120 colour eyeshadow palette, and I'm just applying the light kind of, not really top, more of a beigey, natural neutral colour to my eyelids as a prep for the colours I'm going to be placing on. And plus, because I don't really take my eyeshadows up to underneath my eyebrow, I know that you should really apply like a eyebrow highlight colour, but because my kind of eyelids are quite red and you have a bit of veins going through, like I just have very red eyelids, so I find that I need to apply kind of like one constant colour over the entire thing just to make my looks look more composed and look more finished without too many different colours happening. And then I'm going with my old trusty tape trick. I just find that using the tape makes my eyeshadow and like the time I spend a lot quicker, it's a lot easier, and I get that definite line, and then people can definitely see the difference when you kind of like use a guide. And then here I'm just using my tapered eyeshadow brush from Sigma. It's the SS219, and I'm just applying it with a dark colour just to the lash line, and then I'm going in and blending it out with my fluffy eyeshadow brush, which is the Tapered Blending E40 brush from Sigma. This is just to slightly blend out that dark eyeshadow that I've applied to my upper lash line. I just really wanted more of a smoked out, dark-ish look, but not too dark, just to match the top that I'm wearing. As you can see, it's kind of like a grunge look, so that's kind of what I was going for in some retrospect. And then yeah, just reapplying it. You don't want to apply too much in one go, just because if you apply too much then you'll find it gets too dark and sometimes it can get a little bit overwhelming. So I'd recommend just doing a little bit and building up slightly and slightly more. And then that second colour which I've applied is the Rimmel Special Eyes 033 Dusk Mono Eyeshadow. Yeah, so just darkening it up. As you can see, I'm concentrating on the outer V and just using that round brush to get some, so it's not definite and it's more of a gradient ombre effect as it gets darker to that outer V, and then just kind of focusing and reapplying that colour to the outer V multiple times to get it to the darkness that I want it. Obviously you can decide of how dark or how light you would like it depending on where you're going and what type of look you're creating or what the event is. But yeah, and then here I'm just applying some black eyeliner. This is my, which one actually is this? It is my waterproof Rimmel eyeliner, Exaggerate Waterproof Eye Definer Eyeliner in 261 Noir, N-O-I-R. I really like this one, super simple to apply. It's more of that kind of like a gel, not really gel, it's more of a liquid type eyeliner that will go on really easily because I tend to cry when I'm doing my eyeliner. And then eyebrows were e.l.f. Eyebrow Kit, and the mascara is again my Rimmel Wake Me Up mascara with vitamins and cucumbers and concombre, and it's the wonderful Wake Me Up in the black mascara. Really handy mascara, readily available, as I always say. I feel like a broken record sometimes. But yeah, so just applying it to my upper and lower lash lines, and then using the Coastal Scents 10 colour blush palette with this beautiful pink colour. Definitely one of my favourites. I find it just complements my skin tone. And then with the Bow Beauty Shimmer Powder, that can be purchased from Big W for I think $2 or something, so it's really cost effective, really potent, and you can use it for lots of different kind of looks and ideas. You can even put a little bit on the top of your lip to make your lips slightly bigger, so it can kind of aid in different contouring techniques and whatnot. And then I'm just using my Bow Beauty Jumbo Wind Up Pencil in number 21 Manic Pink.